it's Shanae
and Jasmine
with a new episode of
MVP
TV. Today we're discussing everything you need to know before you move out of state or relocate, even within your own state. Both of us have relocated. I'm originally from New York, currently live in North Carolina.
And I'm from New Jersey and live in North Carolina.
And we're just gonna share with you some things that were beneficial to us and we wish we would have known before we made that big move. So, you wanna start?
So I'll start. How long have I been here?
At least like
I think
7 years.
Yeah, about 7 years. I moved here because my mom moved here and I miss my mom, and so then I moved here. And when I first got here, I was like, first of all, these people drive really slow.
Definitely.
They don't know how to drive in the rain or snow or sleet or hail, nothing. And it's like so many trees. I'm like, well, where's the city? Like, I just see trees everywhere. Trees on all over the place. Like, I don't see nothing else other than trees. Like,
that's one thing that shocked me, because I moved to the city of Raleigh and people were like, you're in the city of Raleigh, and I was like, I'm definitely not in the city of Raleigh. And it's like, no, that's the city of Raleigh, because I've been here like 9 years.
Yeah.
But their city is, I mean, it's much more urbanized now, I would say, than it was 9 years ago. But like when I came down here, like grocery stores were closed on Sundays. People were closing at like 5. Like, I didn't do
Liquor
any
store
research.
closed on Sunday.
I didn't do any research before coming down here. So my first tip would be research where you're going. Like, understand the culture a little bit. Even visit a couple of times before you make that move, if you're able to. Because I was in complete culture shock for at least the first year I was down here. Like, complete culture shock, for real. I remember like going to the grocery store and like, you know, I don't know if anybody's been to New York, but you mind your business. You just keep pushing, and it's not a rude thing. It's just everybody got things to do. Let's go. And then, you know, when you come down here, you go to the grocery store and the lady's like, oh, what you making for dinner? What you cooking? You got people coming over. It's like, ma'am, yo, what are you doing? Where do you live? You stay around here? And I'm like, why do you need to know that? Like, and you know, at first I thought it was very rude. Like, mind your business. That's how I really felt. And then I was like, okay, no, that's really just how everybody down here is. Like, you meet them and 2 seconds later, they want to know if you married, if you got kids, where you stay, who your mama is, where your people from. And it's like, I just wasn't used to that. And I had to realize that this is their culture. This is really like, that's Southern hospitality. Yeah. It's not them being nosy or rude. It's just who everybody is down here. So I mean, I'm more used to it now. Some days I'm still like, you getting way too personal, but way too quickly.
But like you said, like, to them, Raleigh is the city. That's because look at like surrounding towns. It's like so country, and the houses are like 3 miles apart. Like, to them, this is the city. Yeah. They're like, oh, I have to go to the city today. Like, what city you going to? Yeah. Raleigh. Oh, this is not no city. This is not a city to me.
It's just the area.
Yeah. But I mean, that was definitely one thing. Another thing that I had a hard time with is like leaving my friends. And acquaintances,
especially if you've only, like, that's your hometown, that's everything you know.
I mean, like, I moved down here when I was 21. That's like the peak.
Yeah, I was 20.
That's like when you're supposed to be getting drunk, going to parties, not remembering the next day, in a good way. In a good way. So I feel like I kind of missed out on those things. I wish I would have stayed up there maybe like another year. Yeah. To like actually live that, because when I came down here, I had no friends. So like literally I was with my mom all the time because I knew nobody.
So definitely make some contacts. Social media is, I feel like it's much bigger than it was 9 years ago, obviously. Yeah. So like if you could start making friends, you know what I'm saying? Like be involved in groups that you can network and meet people and go out and have fun. Anywhere you live, if you find friends and make friends and socialize, it's gonna make your experience that much more enjoyable. Yeah. It's very hard to like, and then when people, this is what used to annoy me. It's like when I used to be down here, if I talk to people from back home, they'd be like, well, get out and get to meet people. And I'm like, get out where?
How?
Like, I'm not from here. What do you mean? You want me to just walk down the street and hope that, like, this isn't the place you walk down the street and see people. Yeah. Like, even if I were to walk down the street down here, I may not see anybody at all. I may not even see no cars. Like when I first came down here, I was like, I'm not about to just be walking up and down this country road.
You need a car down here. Oh, yeah. Like, it's a necessity. You have
now with Uber and Lyft is better.
I don't know. I'm not gonna get in no stranger's car. I mean, I guess like getting in a cab.
It's
so I guess it's the same thing. But I've only taken a cab maybe like twice in my life.
For real? For real? For real. Have you ever taken a train?
Yeah, I've taken a train before.
And a bus?
Yeah,
the subway
before. I don't know if it was a subway.
Was it underground?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I lived in like a. It's called the township. Is that like a town?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I don't even know if we had like. I don't even know if we had buses go through my town.
Oh, where?
Yeah, like I don't think we did. Like on the outskirts we did, but I don't think buses went through my town.
Well, I guess I was like in a more heavily populated area because we did have like public transportation and stuff like that. So it was definitely a shock coming down here, and like the bus comes like twice a day.
People do complain about the transportation down here.
Yeah, it's not good. Before you relocate to a new state, obviously, I was gonna say have a job lined up.
Yeah, I did.
Even if it's a BS job to start with, I feel like a job is like a relationship. It's easier to find one when you already got one. That sounds shady, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, before I moved to North Carolina, before I knew I was gonna move here, I was like, okay, let me get a job up there that I know that I can transfer. So I started working at Old Navy in New Jersey, and then I was able to transfer to Old Navy in North Carolina. So I could still have a job, even though this Old Navy was like 30 minutes away from my house. At least I still had a check coming in until I could find something closer to home. So that was super important.
I feel like you should have enough savings to be self-sufficient if you aren't able to find a job right away, at least 3 months. Like, don't move out of state and then be asked out and then using your last pennies to take a Greyhound back home. Don't do that. Like, you should have at least like 3 months of savings because you don't know how long it's gonna take. You have to think about, you have electric, cable's not a necessity, but you don't want to be in a house with like no internet. You need a phone, you need water, you need like all these things you have to pay for, you have to budget for before you try to take that leap.
And I mean, if you're moving to another state, like with someone who's already there and established, like you should definitely have savings because you don't want to put too much pressure on that person that's being generous enough to open their door to you.
And I will tell you this, if you're not working, get busy. Like, don't go stay with somebody and be like, I was looking for a job all day on the computer, because it's hard to have somebody living with you that it looks like they just sitting on the couch all day.
I don't like guest period, honestly. Like, you got like good 2-3 days.
I was gonna say, you got like day 4, I'm like,
you gotta go.
There's very few people I could deal with for like long spans. There are a few, like a few of my family members I could deal with, a few of my friends I could deal with, but for the most part, you know, your space is just space.
It is.
So when you coming home, like if I'm working 2 jobs and I'm coming home and you just still sitting on my couch eating some Doritos, like I put in 2 apps today. 2 apps.
That's
like,
it. I was
there's
gone
like
for 12 hours
over here. You need to go get up. Like go talk to somebody.
I had a car note at the time, so I think I saved up like 3 months worth of a car note.
I didn't even do that.
And that's about it, honestly.
I was unprepared.
And when I moved here, my mom was like, oh, all you have to pay is the electric bill. And I'm like, the electric bill? Because to me, that was a lot. Like, I was only, like, I literally just moved here. I was only working at Old Navy.
Yeah.
And that's like change, you know what I mean? And plus, like, it was like 30 minutes away, so that's gas. And I was only doing like 4 or 5 hour shifts. I had to tell them, like, listen, I'm coming from over like 30 minutes away. I need like at least a 6-7 hour shift. Like, I can't be riding out here for 6 to 9 in the morning. Well, not 6 to 9, maybe like 9 to 12. Like, I can't be doing that. Like, this is wasting my damn gas.
I would say my worst job ever was probably retail. Like, I worked retail. I
can't do retail.
I hated it. Like, it was the worst. And I've worked with some not the best jobs, you know what I'm saying? But retail was by far, like, people are rude as hell because they think they can be. They think that your salary is coming out of their pockets. They purposely, they let their little kids fuck up the tables while they just watch them. Like, I've literally had a parent be like, they'll fix it. Like, instead of fixing it, they'll fix it. That's what they're here to do. Like something along those lines. Because I remember making me so mad. I was like, let me go in the back real quick. Because it was like, she said it worse than that. Like, that's what they're getting paid for. Like, real attitude, real nasty. And I was like, let me go ahead and walk off this floor because you shouldn't have your kid acting like that. Like, don't. If I was in the store with my son, I wouldn't just let him be just throwing shit on the floor. Like, are you gonna pay for that? And it's just,
I didn't like retail.
You get paid nothing. You having a slow day, the manager's gonna keep on who they like and be like, we're gonna let y'all go home whether you want to go home or not. Now I done drove out here to work for 2 hours, getting paid like at the time like $7 an hour. Are you serious?
Yeah. Speaking of retail in Old Navy, I know, like, in the store that I was in, it wasn't like the best area, and they had
in the hood. I figured.
Yeah. If you see someone, you know, trying to steal, try to stop them, and I'm like, do what?
Who?
Me. And you know I'm scary. Like,
I'm not, but you can have it.
Like, try to stop them, or like we have walkies, like you're on the walkie and like call for the supervisor or something like that. I can't tell you how many times. You know the Rockstar jeans?
Yeah.
Bitch's favorite pair of jeans to take. But I'm not gonna stop nobody. And I know one day my manager caught somebody and she had like a stroller and the jeans were at the bottom of the stroller. And he was like, are you gonna pay for those jeans? And I was like, oh boy. Oh, let me go get my keys in case I gotta run out of here because I can't. And she was like, what you talking about? And they got into it. And then he was like, did y'all see her put these jeans on there? I was like,
I ain't see shit.
no matter where I was like, whoo.
No matter where I've ever worked, I always keep my cell phone and my keys on me, because when it's time to go, I'm not no hero. It's time to go. Like, I'm minding my business.
I don't know what people got in their pockets, their purses. I
don't know what kind of chip you got on your shoulder, and if you ready to go, but I'm not. Like, I'm leaving. I don't want no parts of this. I don't want to be a witness.
And everything, but they had a getaway car.
And also, I was gonna say, if you can set it up to where people visit, it'll make you less homesick. Like, it's easier when you're able to go back home or have people come down and see you, but don't expect that people are going to come see you. Yeah. Because you get, like, say if you have an apartment lined up, you'll get an extra bedroom, a spare room for when people come, and you realize the only thing you did with that bedroom was pay for it. Like, nobody came.
They come maybe like once a year. Like, once a year, you can just sleep on a blow-up mattress. Maybe. Like, I don't need a whole bedroom for a guest and nobody comes, because we did that before. We've had 2 bedrooms.
You gotta make a pallet.
Yeah, we've had 2 bedrooms. Like, oh, it's gonna be our guest room. Even bought a day bed. Yeah. And it had like 2 guests.
Yeah. For the whole year.
Yeah, like, this was a waste of money. Like, y'all could just sleep on a blow-up mattress or the couch.
And that was something I had to realize too. Like, people don't owe you their time. Like, I felt like when I moved, I felt like, damn, like, I'm only like 7 hours away. Like, y'all could drive down here. Like, why isn't nobody coming? That's really shady. This is really fucked up. Like, everybody was saying it was gonna come see me, but then I was like, you know what? We all got our own. Like, it took me years to get to that point though, because I was really mad for, like, when I first came down here. I was like, everybody was saying how they would come see me. Like, family ain't been to see me, friends ain't been to see me, and then I was like, you know what? We all got our own shit going on. I can't take it personal. Right. And that's true. Like, you really can't take it personal, because I don't think people are like being malicious. Like, they, and if, you know what, if somebody got 10 vacation days and they decide they want to go to fucking, I don't know, Aruba instead of coming to see you, don't, like, I understand you want to go to Aruba instead of Raleigh, North Carolina. Like, I'm not going to take that personal. I'm with you, because if I had the choice between going back home for a visit or Aruba, I mean, hey, Aruba. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah. When you visit back home, if you move out of state and you visit back home, that is not a vacation. You run yourself, I feel like anytime I go back home, like, you run yourself tired, because you're trying to see everybody. You're trying to make time for everybody. So you spend, like, if you go up there for a week, you spend the whole week bouncing from place to place, going to see everybody, trying to catch up with everybody, making sure you didn't leave nobody out so nobody's using their feelings. And then by the time you come back, you need, like, a vacation from your vacation.
And that's hoping that everybody takes time out of their day to see you, because remember, we're on vacation. They're, like, in their everyday life. They still have work, school, family, whatever the case may be. So it's like, okay, hopefully they'll make time to see me.
And let people know ahead of time, like, these are the dates I'll be up there. Take one of these days off, because I'm not sitting in the house all day. Yeah. Because you get off of work at 7 at night, and then we'll go to the movies. Like, I could go to the movies in North Carolina. We're gonna spend time together, or I'm not coming. I'll go somewhere else. Just let me know ahead of time you're not gonna take the day off.
Like, what do you look forward to doing when you go up north though?
Getting it over with.
I look forward to eating White Castle.
I do want to go to White Castle. I do miss the food. Yeah. Like, so one thing I want to do this year is, like, I've never been to, like, New York City as a tourist. You know what I mean? Like, when you're used to going there, you just go to the places you go to. Yeah. But I want to go there, like, as a tourist and see shit that, like, I've never been to the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? Yeah. So I want to do, like, touristy stuff this year. Like, I want to spend, like, at least, like, 2 days, like, being a tourist and not just being like, come on, let's go to 125th, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really want to do tourist type stuff. So ideas and suggestions, leave in the comment box. Definitely know how to do your own hair if you're going to move into a new state, because
I still haven't found anybody good.
I do not have a hairdresser. It's been 9 years. Like, the first time, I've told you this several times, like, when I first moved down here, I was trying to get a blowout. Number one, people didn't know what a blowout was. Like, I couldn't find a decent spot. They always want to give me, like, a roller set and have me looking like, you know, somebody's great grandmother. Like, I don't want a roller set, because then when they blow it out, it's way too voluminous, these big ass, like, afro curls. Or if it was a place that was, like, offering a blowout, they was putting way too much heat, way too much product. Or they wanted to charge you. They'd be like, oh, your hair's so thick, honey. It's going to be $85 for what I was used to paying, like, $25, $30 with tip.
The place that we went to get that blowout, they had my hair, like it was like, I could feel yes, I could feel every lump in my cranium. Like, I could feel
they get it like super straight.
I'm like, do I even have hair? Like, it was like so, like,
you feel the wind touch every crease of your scalp. Like, you're like, whoo.
They straightened it beyond straight. Like, I don't even know what they did.
I don't know how to get it that straight without burning your hair out your head.
But then she was also combing my hair with a rat tail comb.
From the root.
Remember? And my hair is curly.
From the root.
She was combing it with a rat tail comb.
My hair is natural, but somebody must have said something, because I've been since there, and they definitely are using a wide tooth comb now. But a
rat tail comb. That's probably why my hair was so sleek when she was done. She done combed out all my hair.
Down here, TGI Fridays, the restaurant, is a club on Friday.
Oh my
Never did I ever know that. Everybody was like, we going to Fridays. I was like the restaurant? What they doing in there? They had a live DJ. People was in club clothes and everything. I was like, oh shit, they really turning up their Fridays.
Grandmas got on they good Sunday best, getting turned. Like guys are trying to
$12 dots dress.
Oh my gosh,
killing it.
Guys are like at the bar trying to buy these women drinks, looking a mess. Like
they be turning out at Fridays.
The DJ.
So, that's how they stay in business, because nobody be there the rest of the week.
We need to go back on another Friday and do like a review on
operation.
Yeah, insert footage here. We need to.
That was surprising. They do have different fast food. I didn't know sweet tea and iced tea were two different things.
And I hate sweet tea. I do not get it. And every time you order fast food, they want to give you a sweet tea. Like, okay, you want this is sweet tea. No, I don't like sweet tea.
Well, I ordered it before because I just thought it was icy, and I was like,
oh. No, I don't like sweet tea.
And then they say, you probably want an Arnold Palmer.
I don't want that either.
I didn't even know what Arnold Palmer is.
Give me a Sprite.
Do you know what that is?
It's lemonade and ice.
Did you know that before you came here?
No.
Never heard of it in my life. And I was like, what are you talking about? And they was just laughing at me, and I was like, just give me water.
Just give me Sprite.
I'm gonna stick with water. I don't know what you're talking about.
Give me Sprite or Dew. I'm good.
Yeah, and everything come with a biscuit.
Oh, and a dry one at that.
When you relocate, be ready for the difference in food, cost of living. But mind you, the cost of living is going to directly, obviously, correlate to what you're going to make.
Right.
Because when I started working down here, I was like, y'all can't pay me no more than that? Who can live like this? Like, I was so mad. I was like, I cannot. How am I going to afford to live? Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to make my bills. And they trying to pay me like $8 an hour when I was just left New York. And at 18 years old, I was making 15, which for the time in my mind was good because it was covering my car note and everything. Now I'm making half of that.
Yeah.
Like, what? How? What am I supposed to do with this? This is a joke. And then you see people who are like 48 with like 5 kids making it off at $8 an hour. And I'm like, where do you live? How are you able to make this happen?
I mean, the cost of living
it's not that much cheaper. People think that you come down here and they're like, oh, and because I've had friends like, oh yeah, well, you could afford to buy a house down there. Who can afford to buy a house down there?
I will say you will probably get more bang for your buck down here.
It depends where you are. In Raleigh, in the city of Raleigh, no, you won't. No, there's like houses that are like millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah,
down the street.
I look at them on Zillow all the time.
Me too.
I'm like, oh, this is
I window shop for houses like every day.
Me too. I'm like, oh my god.
So it depends where you are, but people do. That's a big misconception that moving to the South, you're going to be able to get like this big ass mansion for like $200,000. Like you can get a townhouse in Raleigh for $200,000. You could get a townhouse for like $400,000 in Raleigh. The same as New York. You know what I'm saying? Like you could get a whole house in New York for $250,000. It depends where you're at. So don't just assume that just because you're outside of New York State or New Jersey or California, one of the bigger states, that you're gonna automatically come down here and be living like a fucking king and queen. There's no corner stores. Be aware of that.
No, just gas stations.
And the corner stores that they got are not like the ones we're used to if you're from up north, because I did home health for a little bit and my patient's mom was like, I'm going to the store, do you want some? And I was like, yeah, give me a beef patty with cheese. And she was like, right. She was like, I'm going to the corner store. And I was like, yeah, beef patty with cheese. And she was like, I was like, they don't got no food there? And she was like, I mean, yeah, they do. I was like, what they got? She was like hamburgers. And I was like, oh, okay. That's weird, but give me a hamburger then, Yeah. And she was like, well, it's like, just, you know what I'm talking about, right? And I was like, I know what a hamburger is. And she was like, well, you could buy it like out the freezer and they got a microwave in there. Oh, and you heat it up in the and I was like, no. I was like, nah, forget it. Don't even worry about it. It's just like really just like a
store.
Yeah.
With candy. That's about it. And some sodas. There's no food. There's like no bodegas or anything like that down here.
Yeah, it's not a bodega. It's really a corner store. Yeah, like a convenience store or something like that. Yeah. No 7-Elevens.
We got Sheets.
Sheets is good though.
I like Sheets.
Sheets got a whole spread. I have never seen a Sheets. I don't know if it's a newer store, if it's just a regional thing, but I never seen a Sheets in New York. But they got like you could order a whole menu up there. They got milkshakes.
Remember when Sheets first started open?
Yeah,
we was there like every night, and like when we were in third shift at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Get some cheese fries
all the time.
Get whatever.
Would you move back up north?
If I had the means to live the way I wanted to. But like where I lived, it was like more higher crime. And I have a son. Like down here, I will say it is like less, like it's less crime. Like it doesn't smell like pollution. It doesn't, like
I will say my grandma is like in her late 70s, and she moved down here maybe like a year ago, and she said that the air down here is a lot better. And
It is.
She says she can breathe a lot better.
Like, no shade, like, because I said that before, and like even when I talk to my people, they're like, oh, you trying to play it? And I'm like, no, like, you really don't realize it because it's all you know. But then you come down here and it's like, so that, and like, I mean, I miss a lot of the conveniences, but I don't feel like I made a bad move.
Honestly, I don't think I would move back because, number one, I don't miss driving in the snow. I agree with that. I would move to a bigger city, but not back up north, probably. Yeah, no. Because I'm not shoveling. I'm not walking through and having my jeans wet, slush, none of that. I don't miss any of it. I don't miss that. I feel like we have traffic down here, but it's not nearly as bad as traffic up there.
True.
I don't miss that. The weather is a lot better.
But we also have pollen.
Yeah.
I've never seen pollen just in the air. There's so much pollen down here. Am I lying?
No.
It's like yellow snow. Like, it blankets everything. It's in the air. Like, even if you thought you didn't have allergies, if you come down here and you've never experienced pollen like that, you're not going to be able to breathe. You're not going to be able to see. You're going to be itching. Your throat's going to be itching. Your eyes are going to be tearing. It's terrible. Have you moved out of state, out of your hometown?
Do you want to?
You want to. Trust me.
I think, honestly, it was a good experience.
I feel like everybody should move. Even if you don't stay permanently outside of your hometown, you need to leave your hometown, because then your world is going to be this big for your whole life, and that's not cool.
Like, I do, like I said, wish that I moved to North Carolina a little bit later in my 20s, but honestly, I don't regret it.
She don't regret it. You sound real inspirational. Honestly, I don't regret it.
Like I said, like, I do wish that I moved to North Carolina like a little bit later in my 20s, but I don't regret it. Like, I feel like I made a good choice, because there's a lot of people that I still talk to
doing the same shit they was doing when we was 17. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
I mean, we still love them. Yeah. But anyway, let us know what was the biggest things, helpful tips, advice for moving to another state. Do you have concerns? Are you worried?
Do you want to move to another state? Are you thinking about it? Have you already?
Most importantly, you want to like, share, comment, subscribe. What else?
And tell your mama, your daddy, your cousins, your brothers, your sisters, your uncles, your best friends, your mans, your women,
your normal friends,
coworkers, your Uber driver, your Lyft driver, your neighbor, doctor. Maybe you have a lawyer. Tell them too. It don't matter. Just tell anybody you come in contact with. As soon as you close out of this video, the nearest person next to you, tell them about us.
And subscribe so you can get all our latest videos. We have some great videos coming up. We have some great videos we've already done. We love the feedback. We appreciate any comments, likes, emails that we've gotten so far. We really do appreciate you guys. As you know, we've been responding to you. We will continue to do so. And just continue to subscribe, comment. Let us know what you want to see on some upcoming episodes.
Yeah.
We're having a lot of fun doing the channel, and we hope you're having a lot of fun watching. Until next week,
bye.
MVP TV.